number one um, thing that comes up that totally fucks up your language learning when you live abroad is getting foreign friends, like like
No,
fellow expats.
absolutely. 100%.
You just go into a bubble, and I know so many people that were in my same bubble, but they didn't have a different like bubble for Japanese or a different bubble for Chinese. They were just too content in their own English speaking bubble. And my advice would be like, yes, make foreign friends and speak English. That's amazing. Like some of my closest friendships in life are through those bubbles. But you also need to have like side dishes if you want, or even if you are a really hardcore learner, just completely shut that off and go 100%, depending on your goals, of course.
Of course.
I would definitely advise against going 100% in a English speaking bubble.
No,
Whatever.
100%. And it's something that I relate to so much because basically when I started, I came here basically a month or so later, I started taking Spanish at these classes and, you know, La UNAM, they have a center for
Yeah,
public
you went there.
excellence.
That's crazy. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to get my girlfriend to join that. Is it
Nice
is it
program.
is it good? Great.
It's a good program. Sometimes you'll get some um, teachers that are,
Don't
they,
care.
they're just like, yeah, they just don't care at all. I mean, they're
Oh,
just going through the routine. It's not that they don't care. They're not trying to do this outside the box. But then there were
okay.
some teachers that were really good, that really uh, helped me out, that really gave me inspiration, that saw things in me. It was really nice. But what happens there is that, and the UNAM, for people that don't know, it's a famous university in Mexico, right? So
In Latin America, I think it's number one or two. It's a very big institution. Yeah.
they have a really nice Spanish program for foreigners, and but what happens is you get there and there's people from all over the world, and it's actually quite international. So
Mm.
here's a tip: if you stay in Mexico long enough, you want to go practice a language. Oh, I mean, when everything shapes up with coronavirus, just go to the CEPE,
Tepe.
Centro de
Yeah, I
Enseñanza para
remember.
Extranjeros. That's what it's called.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna go there to practice English. Otherwise, I'm never gonna find a speaker here.
But you can find so many Japanese there if you want to.
Yeah,
Yeah, your
yeah.
Japanese, your Chinese. But basically, what happens is that if you're from the States, all the Americans get together. If you're Japanese, all the Japanese get together. Koreans, Chinese, Russians, like everyone just like squares off and just basically with their people, and it's understandable because you're sharing. I mean, you're in this new environment.
Of
It's
course.
also kind of nice to have a little bit of home, right? With you. But
Yeah, that's super something I realized recently. The first times I left abroad, I was very homesick. I
mm,
miss my food, I miss my family, I miss my language, I miss my everything. And I completely understand. I was there. I really miss like my own environment because it's uncomfortable to like step out. But the more I live abroad, the more I realize like that's a big mistake.
yes,
So I totally feel empathy for the people who like segregate themselves into like language or how you say like national communities bubbles kind of thing. So I totally get that. So going back to my advice, I would be like, no, don't
avoid
do it.
that.
And it's really funny because I went to the equivalent of sepe in
Hmm.
Japan, and it was exactly as you
The
described
same.
it. So it's an international kind of phenomenon apparently. And my friend group was the only group of friends that was like mixed bag. Like you could see like all races, all nationalities, all languages, and that was very rewarding. But what did you do in your case? Did you break from the bubble or did you stay there?
Yeah. So